Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the Struggling Day Trader channel. The name is Hassan and this channel is about my struggle to become a profitable day trader. I stream live every market open so you guys can see my entries and exits, my good trades, my mistakes, hopefully learn from those. Anyway, if that's your type of thing, hit that like button and subscribe and join me in the mornings. For right now, I'm here to go over my trades for the day. Drum roll, please. Yo. Yo, man. So when I ended the live stream, I was up 3R, 3.5R. I think 3.5R, something like that. Maybe 3R, something. So it was a pretty midday. I kind of spent my wheels a lot. I was down on Apple quite a bit, and then I got it back, and then I lost some of my other profits somewhere else. You know, it was like I would hit a nice trade and then I would lose a couple R's doing a couple, something else. But then after I got off, I'm sitting here. I got a bad habit of just sitting here and then my platform's open. And I saw this setup on Tesla, man. Look at this. Look at this setup right here. So I was in Tesla here. This was, what was this? This looks like a overzealous entry that I made on the lower time frame, probably. This right here. But anyway, okay, no, I took this entry and then tried to add there and got stopped. But anyway, I got back in here, added here, and got stopped out. I moved my stop up to break even, and I got stopped out right there. And so then it comes back down to VWAP and throws this nice little setup here on the 5. Man, look. I threw it on there. Honestly, I thought this was at 1250. Honestly, I thought that the market was closing at 1. So at 1250, I'm like, okay, this is my last little, YOLO trade just to try to, see what I can catch at the end of the day. So, man, I went in super heavy on this. Like, ridiculously heavy. Like, I had to have my stops super tight. I went in with 50 shares over 244.44. So, when that happened, I literally put my stop in 25 cents below this. And I was just like, man, I didn't intend for my stop to be that. I wanted a tight stop, but not that tight. So I was just like, dang, I guess I just threw away a R. And then this thing started pushing up. And so once we got up around here, I went ahead and moved up to break even. Like, okay, well, at least I got my risk off the table. And then when it started pushing up right here, man, I'm dragging up the stop. Like every $0.25 that breaks, I'm dragging up the stop, and get it all the way up here to the top with 50 shares, man. $2 move. That was $100 on that last play, man. Wow. And I mean, if I would have been thinking that the market was going to be open for another couple hours, I would have, maybe partialed or just went about the trade a little bit differently. Probably would not have gone in with that kind of size either. But hey, man, sometimes you get a little windfall for the account. And I love it. I don't want to make a habit of trading after my session is over, but at the same time, I really don't want to trade scary. You know what I mean? Like if I see a trade that I feel really good about, I want to feel comfortable taking it. You know what I mean? But even that feeling is kind of a reckless feeling because you still kind of have to have limitations to allow yourself to do that. Because if you're down, 6 or 7R for the day, you should probably walk away. But I don't know. Sometimes it's when you're down that much, it's like, okay, even more. So I need to take this trade, to get back out. But anyway, let's start from the top, shall we? Let's see here. Tesla, I got faked out by Tesla twice today. and I got it back right afterwards, both times. So I started building my Tesla position on the 2 minute chart, which, you know, trying to get away from. But I what happened was I saw this nice green bar, right? And then this next candle, this was a hammer candle that was right below the high of this first candle. And so, you know, it was looked like a nice opening range breakout. And so it popped before the candle closed. And so I ended up waiting for the next candle to break above. So that's what I did. Got in on that, stop under there. Then I added and brought my stop up even higher. And then this ad right here is what messed me up. I knew it. I felt like that, but at the same time I had a feeling that it would go up from here too. But I was just like, before when I did this ad, I was thinking like, man, we should wait for it to pull back. But the FOMO made me want to go ahead and add there. But that made me bring my stop up way too tight. Because I think if I would have added here, I don't know if I would have wanted to bring my stop up right under there. But I know I would have wanted to maintain the 1R risk. And I'm just assuming that it might have been lower than this candle dipped, which I stopped out at 237.70. It went down to 61. So that sucked, man, because I had a really nice position built up. I think I had 15 shares. Yeah. So anyway, stopped me out. And what got me back in there? I don't know if that was... Let's see. What time was this? This was 10:06. High is 239.76. Okay, yeah. So this looks like a 2 minute. This is a 15 minute ORB basically right here, and that one worked. So I mean, that's kind of another tip into the hat of waiting that first 15 minutes, you know, to take a trade. Much better and more clearly defined trigger and stop loss placement. Just waiting the 15 minutes, you know. So something to think about. Man, I mean, I had a great position. I just sometimes with the adding, man, you can really just ruin the position sometimes. And it was clear that that's what I'd done, so I went ahead and got back in it. And it paid off well. I believe this was a 3R move. Man, that's a sweet move from 239.37 to 246. Man, that's a home run. That's a home run. Man, that's nice. That was crazy nice. And then came back down to VWAP later on, and it looked good on the 15, but not great. You know, like this hammer candle compared to this hammer candle, right? This one, it comes right after the big green candle. I mean, the big red candle. And it really hasn't tested through VWAP. You know, just kind of barely got down there to VWAP. Versus this candle that tested all the way through VWAP and sold all the way back up pretty nicely above VWAP. This is a much stronger trigger for this type of bounce. Especially with this type of pullback. I mean, I've seen it work too, but I've also seen it there in a lot of the ones that don't work out. So I haven't taken any notes. So 2 minute ORB, adding killed position minus 1R, and then second was a 15-minute higher low to VWAP. Stopped. Third was a better 15 minute HHLV and move stop to break even 0R, and then that's the one I moved my stop to break even? Yeah. And then got in on the 5 minute higher high, higher low to VWAP. Boom. 10R. Yeah, so that's pretty much what happened there. Microsoft was one that I just kept spinning my wheels on today. Okay, I'm glad I'm not too mad at myself, but man, it seems like this trade could have worked. What was this? I don't know what this trade was, but I don't like it. This first trade on Microsoft, I don't like it. This was a bad trade, it looks like. I don't see any reason. I mean, maybe this just kind of late to the play for this, but when these candles are this wide ranging and all these tails everywhere, this is not a good setup. Yeah. And then let's see, did I ever make anything off of Microsoft? Nope. I got in here and was up nicely right there, but moved my stop up to break even and just missed the whole move on that one. 15 minute hammer to VWAP. So it was a winning trade, right? That's the idea. It went up to 2R and I moved my stop up to break even. So I won in the sense that I was right about the trade short term, and I earned taking the risk back off the table. So I got my R back. Okay. Then Apple. I really did a lot of trading today. A lot of trading, and for all the wheel spinning, it's kind of ridiculous. Let's see. It's funny when I look at it, come back at the executions, and I'm looking here at the 2 minute chart, and it's like I see all these executions, and then I look at the 15, and I'm like, wow, there's really no trades in a lot of these, but man, it's just really choppy looking. I wish I would have seen. I saw it. I saw Apple's price action looking really choppy, and I decided to trade it anyway. It looked like it was going to break out. It was at a nice level on the daily. I thought maybe if it broke up over resistance, it could clean up and start to move. But it was just a crappy trader for me all day. Yeah, I think I traded the 5 minute break of this kind of wedge consolidation thing that was going on. I broke that, and then I added on the 15 minute break, and then added at the top again. This is another ad where I kind of felt like it was not the right place to add. I mean, if you just look at the color, like if you look at you adding after all this green, of course it's going to pull back. So you just wait for the red to add. Wait for the red to add. I think that's kind of a big lesson to take away from today. Wait for the red to add. Yeah, so basically I just kind of kept getting jerked around by Apple. Just kind of buying subpar patterns, not ignoring the look of it on the, just on the bigger picture. it's looking bearish. It didn't really start looking bullish until this area right here, which I did take advantage of. Excuse me. I bought this hammer candle on VWAP right here. This was the best trade on this whole chart, was buying this break here. Took a partial there and sold the rest. Is that what happened? No, I sold it all here. This was like a I left an order in and it triggered in, and I just had to just jump right out of the trade on that one. So ignore that. But yeah, this was the best trade after a hammer candle at the top of a move is not a pattern. But at the bottom it's nice. So this worked out really well. Just got to be patient. Being patient and waiting for those higher time frame setups. I feel like most of my losses for today were ones that triggered in on the lower time frames, and the 15 would have just kept me out of a lot of that mess. TSM, you just really got to ignore this type of thing. Give that thing some time when you see that, man. But there's really no trade or that triggered in on TSM on the 15 at all until right here. So I really should have been chilling on TSM. I don't know. Was this the 5 that got me on TSM? Okay, yeah, I think I like the 5 right there. And then this ad right here, it just brought my stop into the mix before it had actually proved itself. So yeah, I mean, I would have survived this position with this ad had I kept my stop down here and not added until it actually moved up a level, and started showing me signs of breaking through the next level. So, yeah. But anyway, once it broke back over VWAP, I'm definitely looking at it then. When something trades below VWAP for a while and then makes its way back above and then holds, that's usually a good sign of it's ready to go up now. So yeah, caught TSM right there. Really nice trade on TSM. And then I caught it again right here and just got too scary mostly because I bought it so far away from VWAP, and I feel like there's a really high probability of it going down, and I'm trying to cheat the risk. I'm trying to get out of the trade basically as soon as possible. So I raised my stop sooner than my rules dictated and was not able to capitalize on this move up on TSM. This would have been well into profits for me up here, where I'm sure I would have had at least 2R captured. But that's how it be. I got a lot of trades, so I'm just kind of trying to talk through them a little bit. Shop. Shop looks like junk in hindsight. This is not very clean at all. Looking at it on the 15, still not that great looking. It has some nice levels going on. The daily kind of crappy, but it was at like a possible good day level on the daily, but really just banging its head on the 200 EMA. I feel like I could have stayed away from shop today. Wasn't anything fantastic happening. Yeah. Nvidia. What happened with Nvidia? I think this was a lower time frame trade here on Nvidia that, it broke out, missed the breakout, and then it consolidated up here on this level for a moment. And I think my guy Olu called this one out on the stream, and I was like, you know what? I'll take a little something on it. And again, this was one just like the excuse me, the TSM trade earlier. I bought it so far extended from VWAP that I was really worried about it going down. So I was being very aggressive with my stop loss, and as you can see, I missed out on quite a bit not being committed to this trade and following my rules as far as moving my stop loss up. So yeah, gotta stop trading scary for sure, because I missed out on a couple nice moves today by doing that. Yeah, but I mean, it was still a nice little 2R move that I got like 12-cent slippage, so I end up getting $16 instead of 20 on a 2R win. But yeah, that was a cool little pop on Nvidia, just to throw it in the bag. 1.5R helped cover up some mistakes. Google, man, I was building this position for the breakout in Google for a while, and it just never did it. It just didn't do it. Just didn't do it. Google be like that, man. It looked like a nice setup for Friday, though. Guess we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I say, yeah, the big takeaway from today is the ads, managing the ads, being a little more patient for a truly good spot to add. Sometimes when it's just so bullish, I want to build up the position before it leaves. So if the price action looks like it's really breaking, then I'll just want to add before it leaves. But sometimes it's better to wait. I think more times than not it makes a pullback to where you can add, in a safe way. After some red instead of adding over some green. So that's something I want to work on. Man, that trade on Tesla really, like, oh my God, it was so amazing. It was so amazing. I felt bad for doing it off the stream, man, but it was so amazing. 50 shares, $2, man. That thing, and it happened so fast. So fast. So fast, the day went from a mid 3R to a very nice 13R, man. Like, the day is crazy. Like, the month, the start to this month right now, like, bruh. Man, up $305 on the month. Like, last month, the whole month I made $124. I mean, I have made more than that, but that's what I finished with, after all my red days and all of that stuff. But to start the month this well, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. I'm very excited. But yeah, man, so tomorrow is the 4th of July. No trading. Womp womp. Be safe out there, you guys, and we'll be right back here Friday, hoping to close the week out strong. I said on the stream today that I'm done with Fun Friday, and I'm coming in. It's serious business on Friday, and we're going to get to the bag, man. Forget all the games. Anyway, hit that like button for me, you guys. Subscribe. Appreciate you guys. See y'all Friday. Peace.